Hi, I'm Subu bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to start with the paper pumpkin, the box of sunshine. First of all, I like to organise my paper pumpkin boxes, and I thought I'd show you some of the things I do. So first of all, you do get a stamp set, so when the kits run out you will be able to use the stamp set. This is still available and is in clearance, so if you head over to my if you're not watching from my business page, if you head over to my Facebook business page, which is the same, Subu Bringing Crafting to You, there is a shop link in there and you can purchase this set through me. So I'd love your custom if you like what I'm showing you today. So inside the box of pumpkin, you get a set of stamps. As I said, you can use these after the box is finished. You get a ink spot, which is a black ink spot. I've taken mine out. So you get a black ink spot that went with this, and then you get some pre-die cuts. So I think there is about 5 pages of these. So on it you get a couple of lemons, a sun, a pineapple and a couple of leaves. So there's 5 identical sheets of those, so plenty to use there. Sarah put a little message in there, and her idea was with this that you would gift it. So when you finish with the set, there is a special sticker to go on the outside of the books that will cover up the paper pumpkin, and you can gift the set to somebody or put some goodies in to send to somebody. You get the envelopes, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it makes 8 cards if you choose to do it as the kit. And of course you get the explanation of what to do to make the cards. Here is the cards. So I've got them mixed in with, so this is the label one. See, can't get it out. There we go. So that's the label one. That's you just peel these off. These are quite thick, so quite good and sturdy. So they're the one that you would decorate your box. And the card bases, so you get a lovely, like, marbly splattered effect. You get 2 of those. You get just going to take those out so we look at the cards first. So there was 2 of those. Then you've got the gold, and you've got 2 of the gold card bases. You've got the sunshine one, so you get 2 of the sunshine one, and then 2 of these, which is slightly different to the first one. Look, so if you can see, this one's more orangey. So you get those, and they all come nicely wrapped in the beautiful tissue paper. So of course you can use this for wrapping something else. A nice, they also come wrapped in the, sorry about that, the chipboard, so that you can keep the chipboard and use this for something else as well. So I'm just going to pop those back into the box, because today what I want to do is I want to make a box to fit the, let's put those in. I want to make a box to actually fit the stamps in. So you also, I forgot I'd taken these out, you also get these iridescent, I forgot what you call them, and there is 2 different sizes, can't think what they are, and some mini dimensionals. So you get those as well, so you've got everything to make the kit. So what we are going to do is we're going to make a box to fit the stamp set in. So the base of my box, I've decided to not stick with the yellow colour. I'm going Magenta Madness, something bright. This is not sunny, but it is bright. And the box base, it measures 3 3/4 by 6 13/16. And we're going to score this at 1/2 inch all the way round, and sorry, no, 1/4 inch. So we're going to start off with 1/4 inch, and rather than confusing you, I'm just going to do all my 1/4 inches first. So if we do 1/4 inch first all the way round on all 4 sides, so there we go. And the last one, well, if we do 1/4 inch, and then we're going to do 3/4 inch. So next we're going to do the 3/4 inch, and so on all 4 sides again we're just going to do the 3/4 inch, going all the way round. Okay, so that is our box base. So what we're going to do is we're just going to burnish all of these score lines. So I just generally do it with my fingers first, and as you can see, I rub my nails into that crease. It helps it to crease over. And then I'm going to go in with my bone folder and give it a good crease. So I'm going to do the 1/4 inch one first. So I'm going to really do those tighter so it will bend over. There we go, and I did that. And then I'm going to do the next one. As I say, this is for the box base. And what I generally do is I make my box base and then I look at what I need for actually my DSP. So I'm going to cut just slightly. So if you can see my score line, I have cut my score line off. So I've gone straight down and cut my score line off. I will then go in and wedge very slightly on either side of that tab. I will then cut off the top because we don't need that bit there. So I will turn it round, and then only the top one I'm going to wedge in slightly. So I'm wedging in slightly so that I've got a tab there and that's wedged. I will go to the other side and I will wedge that, but then cut down so that I've cut the score line off again. Okay, and I will go back in and wedge the tab. And again, I will wedge the tab on the other side, cut off the top bit because we don't need that, turn it around. I'm going to only wedge in the top bit, cut that off, and then wedge in only the top bit, then cut down the score line, and then going to wedge in again, and wedge in again, and then cut that off, turn it around, just cut in to the top bit, and then wedge in the bottom, and then just cut down the score line, wedge in again, and I'm going to cut off the top, turn it round again, and I'm going to wedge the top part only, so don't cut your tab off, and then this one I'm just going to finish off cutting there. Now, as you'll see, this is what I call windmill. So I'll put it down so you can see. So I've got the tabs going in a windmill. I like doing this because it makes it even all the way round. Okay, so how I'm going to fix my box together is I've got some really strong red tape. And the first thing I'm going to do is place it on my narrow 1/4 of an inch at the top. So I'm going to place that just underneath the score line. So as you can see, it's just going underneath that score line. And I'm going to do that on all 4. So I'm just putting that tape down, and it's just going to be just underneath that score line. Okay, I also forgot to show you in the kit that I just put it back in and forgot to show you. You also get these that you won't be able to see properly, but they are narrow strips and bigger strips, and you get a couple of those. And also you get the labels, and I forgot to show you those. So you get 5 labels and 6 of these smaller labels. I forgot to show you that, so I've shown you that now. I missed those out when I was just showing you what was in the kit. Okay, and the next one, just underneath that score line. Okay, so it'll bend over. We don't do it on the score line because if we did, it wouldn't bend over very well. So I just make sure that we get it underneath that score line. Okay, now the best thing to do is go over with your bone folder backwards and forwards. This tape is really strong, but it just needs fixing to your card. So if you just go over this, this fixes it to your card. Right, now I'm turning the other way, and I'm just going to place a little bit of tape right near the score line on all of my tabs. So here we go on this tab. I'm just going to place that little bit right near the score line. And then move round to the next one. And I'm using this. You could just use wet glue. I'm just using this because this will just help it to stay in place, because I want a quick finish because of the video. But, well, quite a lot of the time now, I must admit, I do use this this tape because it just makes making boxes very quick. So I'll do that. Okay. So I've done it on all 4 sides again. Just go over with your bone folder. Like that. Like that. Okay. Now, before I make it up, I'm just going to measure what the size of the actual box has now become. So it's just gone under, let's see, it's just gone under 3 1/4. So I will actually, when I make my DSP, I want my DSP just to come in a little bit. So I'm going to do that 3 1/8. So my DSP is going to be 3 1/8 by, so we'll just have a look there, and it's just over 5. So we're going to bring it in 1/8 of an inch. So that is going to be 5 3/16. So that's going to be 5 3/16. So that's what size DSP I want. Okay, so I do that when I do my box up. So just take off your release tape, all your sides. Okay, and then all I do is bend in my tab, bring the side up like that and just get it so that it's absolutely square, so you've got a nice square corner. And I just bend it in, and before I do that, I just usually stick a bit of glue on, and I forgot to stick my glue on, so just pop some glue behind that one and then I'll show you. So what I normally do is just put some glue by the tabs like this. That's what I normally do, and that one's already done. So there, all we do is bend it in, put it level, make sure you've got a nice right angle corner, and just press down again on this one. Again, press it down and then press it down. And then I just go in with my bone folder and I just press down, rotate round and press down, rotate round and press down. Just do that. And then I release the tape from inside. So I'm going to do all 4 before I start to stick. Now this you don't need any glue in because this fills the space. So you don't need any glue on this one at all. Okay, and the last one. There we go. So now all I'm going to do is bend this over, and then I just go over with my bone folder just to really press it down in the corners, and go over next one, really press it down, and then the next one, really press it down, and then the next one, and just really press it down. Okay. So now we may as well use the RDSP. So now I know what sizes I've got. Let's have a look. What do we fancy with do we fancy some of yes, I quite fancy some of that paper with it, so I'm going to see what I've got left in that, see if I've got enough of that ombre paper. So I've already made some couple of things with these, so I'm going to pull out, yeah, I've got 3 of those, so I'm going to pull those out. Okay, so I needed a piece for the bottom. I'm going to pull a piece for the bottom, and I wanted 3 1/8, so I'm going to do it like this on this way. So I'm going to do 3 1/8 by 5 3/16, so that's 5. And the 16ths, if you're not sure what the 16ths are, each of these little marks is a 16th. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's where I need it there. So 5 3/16. Okay, so I'm going to put that off. And then that should fit in the bottom of mine. That's it. And I'm just going to put that in the bottom there. So I like the blue and the pink together. So that's it, just press it all in. Now I know that the sides, I'm just going to use the same piece, and I know my sides are 1/2 inch, so that means I'm going to go to 3/8, but I just need the 3/8 by 5 3/16. So I'm just going to do 5 3/16 and cut. So this is the same piece that I'm using. So that's 5 3/16, and I'm going to just put that to one side, and then I'm going to go to 3/8 and cut. and 3/8 again, and cut. And these two will fit on our long side of our box like that. So I'm just going to glue those in. So oops, up there. Make sure I've got even increments all the way round. That's it. So just put those, and then the other side. Okay, so spin it around. Do exactly the same. So this is the free ombre paper that you get. So if you spend currently £45 in my shop, you will be able to choose a free celebration. This is only during January and February. You can choose, and I'm going to use these bits now, as we've got little bits left. Is that big enough? No, it's not, so we'll have to go here. So I now need 3 1/8, so I'm just going to go for 3 1/8. That's it. And then I'm going to again just do 3/8 and cut off, and 3/8 and cut off. Okay, so these two will fit on the ends. So there are level 1 and level 2 free products. To gain the level 1 products, you just spend £45, and that is before your postage. So if you spend £45, you can get this DSP free, called the Ombre, and it's really, really nice paper. 48 sheets. There is 4 colours in the ombre effect. So you've got the ombre effect with these like bubbles, or whatever you want to call them. Hang on, I've not got that straight. That's it. So I made the tissue box in this the other day as well. It's so pretty. This is called Bermuda Bay, this colour. So you get Bermuda Bay on one side and Blushing Bride on the other of these sheets. So these are the 6x6 full sheets. And you also get plain sheets that's got the ombre effect on. And that's got the Blushing Bride on the back. You then have the Granny Apple Green with the Blackberry Bliss, I think it is, on the other side. Same size in the 6x6. You also get the Granny Apple Green. Oh, sorry, that's... Oh, yeah, Blackberry Bliss and... Granny Apple Green, and of course you get that in the non-patterned as well. Let's see if I can pick one out. There's a Granny Apple Green. So there's a Granny Apple Green and your other colour on the other side. So so there are the four shades, I think. So each of these, that's what you get. So there's plenty of sheets, 48 sheets. So I think there's 12 of each like double, I think it is, that makes the 48. So you get 12 sheets that look like, that have that. 12 sheets that have your Granny Apple Green on and your Blackberry Bliss, 12 sheets of that with your Blushing Bride on, and 12 sheets of that. So I think I'm right in that. So as I say, it's beautiful paper. I'm doing lots with it, so it's really nice. Okay, so that's my box base. So I'm going to set that on one side. Now I've finished my box base. And then I'm going to make my box lid. Just let me put my pin on my glue. So that's only one of the celebration level ones that I've just showed you, that paper. There is lots of other things. So the lid. Okay, so the lid measures 4 13/16 by 6 7/8. And we're going to score this exactly the same. So first of all, we're going to do the 1/4 inch. So we're going to do 1/4 inch all the way round. I'm going to do 1/4 inch. And 1/4 inch. That's it, 1/4 inch all the way round. And now we're going to do our 3/4 inch all the way round. So 3/4 inch. Do that one right, yeah, 3/4 inch. And a 3/4 inch. Okay. Okay, so we'll do exactly the same now. So I'm going to score and burnish all of my sides. I've scored them and now I'm burnishing them. So I do it by hand just to get my nails in and tuck them and make it easier. And then I go back in with my bone folder and really crease those down. So go in there now, really crease those down. That's it. And then go in for the next bit and really crease those down. And crease those down. Really crease that down. And really crease that down. Okay. And I'm just going to do the same as I did before. So I'm going to wedge this time because you saw what I did last time, wedged, and then cut down my score line. Okay, so it's just taking the score line there, remember, and then I go back in and I just slightly wedge, okay, on both sides. Then I cut off my tab, rotate round, cut my wedge only in that top narrow section. Am I cutting only down to that score line, and then I cut down the tab score line. So there we go, and cut the top bit off, rotate round, cutting that wedge in, wedge it the other side, cut down that score line, wedge in, cut off just that tab, turn round, wedge in at the other side, cut down that score line, cut off, that, turn round, and this is the final wedge that we need to do. Just cut that down there. Okay, so just move my bits out of my way. So again, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to measure for my lid DSP. So it's going to be, this measures, so I'm just going to take it to, so I'm just going to do this at 3 1/4. I'll try 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 by, I'll just take that again, just make sure 3 1/4. I think I'll do that by 5 1/4. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's just double check. That's taking an 1/8 off. Let me make sure that that's, I'll perhaps do slightly, sorry, I'm going to do 16. So I'm not going to do 3 1/4. I'm going to take that to 3/16. No, not 3/16, sorry. That's 1, 2, 3. Yes, I am going to take it to 3/16. Yes, I was right. So 3/16, 3 3/16 by 5 1/4. 5 1/4. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get another piece of the DSP. Going to go with the same. I really like it. I think that goes well with the Magenta Madness. So that's at 3 3/16. So that's 3 little marks past that 3. So that's 3/16. And I'm just going to have a look, see what I think. Yeah, that's fine. And then by 5 1/4, so that's going to be 5 1/4. Okay, so it's easier to actually put this on while your base is flat. So sorry, your lid is flat. So I'm going to put this on first. So it's easier to press it down and adhere it. So there we go. So just making sure I've got a little increment all the way round. So making sure that that's about level. Okay, and press that down. Now what I'm going to do before I actually put my box together, I'm just going to tuck in and burnish again the edge. I'm going to tuck it in and burnish it again, and I'm just going to place some finger hole marks. So I'm going to make sure that that's about even, and I'm just only slightly putting that in. So it's just going to be able to give you that little leverage on it. So again, and it's the long side, I'm just tucking that in, rubbing my bone folder down again, and then just trying to get it about in the same place. So I'm just going to do that little bit, making sure it's about even. Won't matter if it's not, and do that. So now you will see that I've got like a little half moon ellipse, I think they're called, going off in there. So when I stick my tape, I'm going to have to be very careful on doing that. So I'm going to, again, just as I did before, for the actual base, I'm going to go along with my, and let me put my glue pin in first. That's it. Going to go all the way around the edge, and it will mean that I've got to stop just before the grip hole. So I'm stopping just before the grip hole, and then I'm going to take it back up after the grip hole. So this time when we do this, I need to put a little bit of glue in that place. So just on those, and then turn it round the sides. Okay, cut that off, and then again I'm going to go up to the grip hole and just come a little short of it, and then pick it up again at the end. Okay. There. So put that. So again, I'm just going to burnish these down. So it just really adheres well. And then turn over, and I'm just going to put that little bit on all of my tabs, right by the score line, not on the score line, but right by that score line, so it gives you a nice tidy sealed edge on your there, and spin it around. Okay, and this there. Okay, so let's put that right. Okay, just burnish these again. Okay, and take the release tape off. Okay, and then just pop a little bit of glue on each of the ends of the tab, not where your tape is, so don't put it on your tape. This is just to go where your tape isn't. Okay, just exactly as before. I'm bending it, bringing it to the edge, and then just pressing it inside. So I'm bringing it, bring that up so that it goes exactly to that corner, bringing it up exactly to that, oopsie daisy, that corner, press, and then the last one there, like that. And then just go in with your bone folder, just press down, make sure it's really adhering well. And now we're going to take off the release tape from the edges. Okay. There we go. Is it there? Release it there. And the last one. Right, and now this time I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on that bit where my finger hole is. So I'm going to pop that little bit of glue and then just push it down and then seal it. We don't need to do anything with the ends because they're okay. And then just put a little bit where the grip hole is. I'm going to again move this, and the last bit here. That. Okay, what have I done there? So that. I've been a bit too aggressive there, and I've just tore into my box, so be careful when you do that. I will be able to do something with that, but that fits beautifully now on top of there, so we can actually line inside of here as well. So let's use our other piece. So get our other piece, and again we want 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to go, so it was 5 1/4. So we want to go 5 1/4, and I'm just going to cut that at 5 1/4, and then just 1/4, and this was 1/2 inch, so it's going to be 3/8. So I'm just going to do that 3/8. Okay, so cut another piece at 3/8. Okay, and so they're my two long bits for either side. Now, because I don't normally do this, but because I've just tore into that, I'm going to get another piece that's just 3/8. I think I'll choose a dark piece. So I'm just going to get in and get 3/8, and I'm just going to do that about 3/4 of an inch. And what I'm just going to do is, because I don't like wasting anything, just going to bend this round, stick some glue on there, and the bit that it tore, I'm going to put it in with this. So I'm going to go in like that and patch in my corner and the inside. Okay, so then I'm going to glue down the edge again. There we go. And down the other edge. Oops. There we go. And then the edge bits. That looks about right. So I'm just going to do 3/8 of an inch. So this is 3/8 of an inch by 3 3/16. So I'm just going to pop that there. And then 3/8 of an inch on this one. I'll just pop that over there. And that's going to be on that. There we go. So I've just lined all the way inside my box. I don't normally bother with the lid, but because I've torn that little bit, I'm going to make sure that that's going to seal and be fine. So I'm going to just pop some glue over the edge. Okay. So that fits beautifully on the box, and in fit my sunshine stamps. so that I've got a nice little box to keep my stamps in there that for my paper pumpkin kit. So the box fits on, it fits on nicely. There we go. So I could decorate the top, do some something fancy as well on the top if I wanted to. I'm just going to leave it plain now because it's going to be a serviceable box inside my paper pumpkin. So so that's the finished box. Hope you like that. And you've got your finger holes just to take out, and then your stamp set fits perfectly in there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my project today. A way to keeping your kit tidy. So that's the stamp set. I am going to do a box that will fit your bits and bobs in. So that will be coming next. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.